Uh, Hello, YouTube world. Thanks again and welcome in. Today we have yet another video which involves stocks and bonds, and we'll be going over the company Macy's. As we all know, Macy is a clothing store, sells all type of pretty top notch name brand things. You know, um, I chose this particular stock because it has a lot of like ups and downs. Of course, the tariff is plays a part in that. But let's get right into it. Got a few more minutes. It is actually going for $13.36 a share, and they're up 0.09%. And yes, they do. Yes, indeed, they pay a dividend yield of 5.50, and they pay a dividend. So let's just dive right into it then. What's today? Today is Tuesday, right? So right here, as we can see, between the 1344, 1355, starts from right here, this middle line. Uh, it's a lime green line right there, and it definitely touches here, goes down. But this stock right here is it's a little strange, but we're going to continue to look at it, right? Now it has a big dip right here, you know, but that middle line right here is the most important. And it goes all the way through to about right there. Green is to buy, red is to sell. And this area looks pretty good as far as, what to look for. And Macy's, it's a top-notch, shopping mall, family fun. You can go there to eat. Get some clothes. Now let's take a look for the next month. Well, there's only a couple more days, but as you can see, right, pay close attention, because even though we have this middle line right here and it's red up here and it's supposed to be green, reason being is because, like I said, the tariffs and things like that. Oh, the after hours is zero point 0.1. But, right, even though it's red right here, but it seems to. Oh yeah, what's up? I'm just going over like the basics of how to read a stock. If you're interested in like stocks and bonds and investing, that's pretty much it, right? So for the next 3 months, yeah, for sure. So for the next 3 months, right, this middle line. Now this is all just an estimate, prediction, right? But at the same time, people got to shop. People need, clothes. People want to go to different malls just to, have a good time and relax. And right in here, above here, green is to buy, red is to sell. And if you have an investment app on your phone, Macy's could be a good one. But me personally, I probably won't even do it for the next 6 months. You see, so much confusion. People not really being able to afford things, right? And it takes a dip here in this area. Again, even though I said green is to buy, red is to sell, and to follow this middle line, right? But at the same time, all kind of things is happening right now, which causes a lot of confusion. Now, let's take a look for the next year. You see, um, right in this area right here, it has just a little bit of a profit, right? Just a little bit, but not enough for it to turn green. As you can see, it takes a major dip in this area, you see? And also remember that if it's not above this line in the middle and green, you could be, losing some type of profit. Even though it's a 1% chance you always getting your money back, but who wants to lose money, you know? So for the next 2 years, you see somewhat of a bounce back, comes up in this area, rise all the way up to the top, you know, stretches across right here, that middle line. You see, green is to buy, red is to sell, and it comes all the way down. This stock right here is kind of is really weird. I'm not exactly sure why. Um, let's see what it looks like for the next 5 years. I'll show you in a minute why I say like I probably wouldn't you know deal with this stock. Um, so right in here in this area, it's above. As long as you're paying attention to where that line is, on a graph, as long as you pay attention to where this line is at, it'll make everything a whole lot easier. You know, anything above it, you'll see some profit even right here and right there. But the next 10 years, you see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what's going on? You know, like everything should be fine. But, clearly it's really not, you know. Um, takes two major dips right here in this area and right here. Now, this is the strangest thing, right? The overall performance. It's like 10 years, then the overall. So I guess once the dust settles, you know, once the dust settles, it should be able to go back to the way it was, but it's going to be so hard. Just follow this middle line right here. Green is to buy, red is to sell. And as you can see, that little piece right here, is just enough, so you can make somewhat of your profit. I can go back just a little bit. Let me see, maybe a year from now. Yeah, you know, even though it's red up here, but nah, it takes a major dip. So red is to sell, green is to buy. Always remember that. So for the overall performance, even if it was a dot on the computer, whether it's day trading or swing trading, this is all that they're looking at right here. That middle line. No matter what's going on in the front area or the back, this middle line right here is the most important. I would like to say, thanks for tuning in. You guys are the greatest. And as you can see, this little light, S&P 500 is doing good, and Dow Jones is doing good. Even Apple is doing good, But the most two important stocks to always, when you're going to start investing, and before every morning, is to look at S&P and Dow Jones. Okay, that kind of can tell you like how the stock is going to perform. And if I show you how it's performing, let me see. All that. There's a few red in here, but a whole lot more green. You see that? So everything should be fine. I would like to say thanks for tuning in. You guys are the best. Until next time, I'll show you guys this down here. Drink cans, boom, Macy's, boom. Until next time, keep investing.